Hi guys, Alice Taylor here, and today we're going to check out the new Callaway Steelhead XR Pro Iron. So it's a really good looking stylish head, still got the Cup 360 face in there. Love the black finish and certainly the grey kind of area where the grooves are really kind of frames the face nicely. This is just the fitting iron, but it is a through bore head. Obviously this one's 2 degrees upright, but all in all a really good looking head, packed full of technology, but also supposed to be very playable. Okay then guys, so lots of promises from Callaway. You know, it's still going to deliver good performance on distance. It's 31 degrees, so it's not the strongest 7-iron out there on the market, but certainly I think with the Pro model they're not going for out and out distance. So where certainly Steelhead XR was incredibly long with 7-iron, I'm very interested to see kind of how this performs, not just distance wise but feel, because it's obviously they feel aiming at the better player. We're going to hit 6 real balls on GC2, nice closed data. Gonna not so much show ball flight today, but kind of show you the specs of each shot. Then we'll look at the overall view of this. I'll give you some feedback on looks and feel, and we'll see if Callaway XR Steelhead Pro Iron is something that might go in your bag. So certainly down behind the golf ball, I think it looks very nice. I think quite clever that the face is grey where the grooves are, but kind of the top line's black, so it doesn't look quite as thick as it possibly is. But first shot, let's see how this performs. So nice and powerful. I think pretty good. And like I said, just going to let the things pop up, the stats pop up on each one. It's got an aircraft going over, so apologies if it's a little bit loud. Probably hear that more than me at the moment. I mean, it still feels incredibly quick off the face, and compared to some of the products I've tested lately, it feels quite hard off the face as well. But you know, I'm pretty sure that it's probably softer than the Steelhead XR, but I don't know. For me, having tested a lot of the new stuff lately, quite like that little bit more softness with my irons. But it's definitely quick. Definitely quick off the face. And that's gone like a bullet. Ooh, that is a long way. So we're going to go 3 more. Again, it gets it up there. And my only concern, and we'll look at this, we can see kind of shot by shot what they're doing, is our kind of some of the clubs almost going too far with 7-iron. I mean, like I said, the 7-irons out there that are kind of 28.5 degrees, so this is by no means the strongest 7-iron on the market, but performance wise on distance it's very impressive. Yeah, just really quick off the face. And one final one. Really just feel like it jumps off the face. And for any of you guys that are looking for a bit more distance out of a more players club, let's look at the overall stats. This might just be the one for you. Okay guys, so the first one was a little bit of a heavy strike, so I've taken that off. But if we look at the ball speed of 119, it's pretty good for me with a 7-iron, and 122 is very quick. So we look at backspin of 5,200, so a little bit low on spin, kind of as we're seeing with these 7-irons that aren't kind of traditional loft, and that's definitely helped the ball go forward more. Having said that though, 35-yard peak height, so hitting it quite high, with an average carry of 171, rolling out 183. So it's long, it's not super long, and launching at 20 degrees, you know, it launches high, flies high, spins low and goes a good distance. Okay then guys, so we've looked at some numbers. What do we think about the Callaway Steelhead XR Pro iron? I think it's a long name. I think it's a very long name. It's impressive. You know, it's probably felt like it was going further than it was. But I mean, for me, that's probably not a bad thing. Because like I said, I don't need to be hitting 7-iron kind of 180 yard carry, 190 yard carry. Otherwise, the gap at the bottom end of the bag becomes too big. But, you know, does it look good? Yes. Does it feel good? Not maybe for me. It feels maybe a little hard off the face for me. But I think for the guy who likes that feeling of it really jumping off the face with an iron, it'll definitely tick the box for you. You know, does it perform? It launches it where a 7-iron should for me. It hits the ball probably marginally further. Spins a little bit low, but I think with the centre of gravity positioning and the loft that goes into that, that's understandable. But it does hit it high, so you still got that opportunity to stop the ball from height rather than just from backspin. So I like it. I think like everything, you know, everybody's got a good product out there this year. You can't afford to make bad products, otherwise nobody will buy your stuff. As ever though, it's a case that go and get fitted and ideally hit it side by side, try it against a few different things and see if it ticks the right boxes for you. Custom fit's the key. As good as the product is, it needs to be set up ideally for the individual. Okay guys, as ever, really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like and share it. Follow me on all the social media platforms. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.